Yo, what's going on, YouTube community? It's GZTV here. We have the final video of the night, and we are here to talk about the NBA basketball Saturday, March 26th. How many more? We still have quite a bit of basketball left. We probably have like 2 weeks left of basketball, but we're going to talk about the basketball for tonight. A lot of teams are getting pushed out of the playoffs. A lot of teams are getting playoff berths. It's that time. Like this week, it was that time to really start thinking about the playoffs and who's going to make it. Are we going to make it? Are we going to contend? Where do we stand in the league? Type of thing. Two main headlines. We're not going to get in those just yet. But we're going to talk about the Spurs and Pelicans. I was looking at some of these games on my phone before they started, and I was like, wow, these games have some playoff implications. Let me check on my fantasy as well while we're sitting here. Um, my app's broken, literally broken. Whatever, I'll go look at it later. But looking at Spurs and Pelicans here, Spurs beating the Pelicans is big. They get themselves closer to a play-in spot, which would be really awesome for Popovich to get in with the Spurs team. Murray's triple-double lifts the Spurs over the Pelicans by 4. We need those performances by DeJounte Murray if you want these guys to make it to that play-in spot. Great game for the Spurs all around, though. Let's not forget 21 points for Keldon Johnson, 12 and 11 for Jakob Poeltl, 15, 13, and 11 for Murray. Just a great performance. Looking at the Pelicans side, though, you had a pretty solid performance for them. 18 and 11 for Valanciunas, 32 for McCollum, 23 for Alvarado off the bench. Very impressive for my boy Jose there. And you know, I would attribute this loss probably to Herbert Jones. He really didn't play that well, but it's kind of whatever. I mean, if you can keep the play-in spot, that'd be great for this organization because you still have Brandon Ingram coming back. Maybe not Zion, but Brandon Ingram. I imagine their lineup when Zion gets back. I think they're going to be a really good team if Zion can stay healthy. Because think about it, it's going to be Valanciunas, Hayes, Devontae Graham, CJ McCollum, and Brandon Ingram. It's going to be amazing. But next, Kings and Magic. Kings kind of struggled in this one. It was an OT thriller. They're one of those teams that are trying. I don't think they're out yet. They're trying to make it in a play-in spot. But looking at the box score, Trey Lyles, good game for him. He had 11 and 18. I'm going to put my phone here so I don't look weird. Looking over here, 11 and 18 for Trey Lyles and 22 for Davion Mitchell. Looking at the other side of things, really all you had was Mo Bamba putting up 18 and 13. Slow game for Okeke in the starting lineup, so that's what I'd probably attribute that loss to. But congratulations to the Kings, just keeping hope alive for your season. Moving on to Pacers and Raptors. This is one of the big headlines. The Raptors beat the Pacers after a fire causes delayed fan evacuation. One of the speakers in the Raptors stadium. Frickin' Toronto, am I right? It catches fire. That was like a big moment, a big meme of the night, I suppose. I don't know. I guess it's not a meme because someone could have got hurt, but it's whatever. Looking at the box score, though, 21 for O'Shea Brissett. That's about it, though. Tyrese Halliburton didn't play as good as I would have wanted him to, in all honesty. He still had 12 assists, but yeah. Moving on to the Raptors side of things, though, you had 24 or 23 for Pascal Siakam, and don't forget Chris Boucher's putting in the work off the bench, 15 and 10. Yeah, I guess Fred VanVleet's on a minute restriction because he only played 17 that night. Hopefully he didn't get re-injured. Hopefully that's not what that means. Bulls and Cavs, this is a pretty classic game, to be honest. Levine's 25 leads the Bulls to a 4-point win over the young Cavaliers, obviously. It's a very young team. They're developing. They're going to make rookie mistakes. That's why I don't think they're really built for the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. They might win the first round game. I'm not sure. But it's just a young team. They need years to develop. People should not be talking shit on them or slandering them if they don't win games. But looking at they shouldn't even be 41 and 33, to be honest. Like, this is impressive for their organization right now. But looking at the Bulls, DeRozan had 20. Levine had 25. Looking at this Cavs team, 28 for Garland, and that is about it. You know, Isaac Okoro did not play that well. He only had 6 points on the night. I don't really like throwing people under the bus, but it's time to start taking players accountable. Isaac Okoro is definitely one of them. And if I know his name, that's still good, but I don't know. Moving on to Nets and Heat. Nets add to Miami's misery, rolling past the Heat by 15. It is not looking good for Miami. Miami's lost their last 3 or 4 games, and it's all off of this negative momentum of Eric Spoelstra throwing a clipboard at Jimmy Butler. And I know after the game, in a post-game interview, he tried to play it off as a joke, but it definitely was, and it definitely kind of tore them down, and Jimmy Butler's definitely not happy about it. But looking at the net side, Kevin Durant at 23 and Andre Drummond at 13 and 11. Kyrie played. He is cleared for home games. That is really, really awesome. I love it. I love that Kyrie. Well, actually, they played in Miami, so never mind. I think Kyrie's going to be able to play. But let me tell you, the Miami played like shit. Duncan Robinson didn't score a single point, and that's really the only thing I'm going to focus on. That's underestimating how bad they played. Duncan Robinson didn't score a single point. He might have got hurt or something, but this is one of the worst games I've seen from the Heat, man. They did not play good at all. Moving on to Bucks and Grizzlies, this is the other big headline because with the Grizzlies, the dominant Grizzlies at that, beating the living shit out of the Bucks, Celtics are now third place. So the only thing that sucks is that instead of us playing the Bulls, now the Bucks are. But it's whatever. I'm probably not going to go to a playoff game anyways. D'Anthony Melton and Desmond Bane lead the Ja Morantless Grizzlies past the Bucks and won by 25. I understand. Wait. They had everybody but Drew Holiday, and although Drew Holiday is a big X factor for this team, wow, the Bucks. I mean, they played all right, I suppose. Giannis at 30 and 11. That's about it. I mean, slow night for George Hill. Obviously, he's not used to having that starting position, so he's not going to play all that well. But looking at the Grizzlies side, 13 and 10 for Trey Jones. Or Tyus Jones, whoever the fuck, I can't remember. 20 points for Desmond Bane, 24 for D'Anthony Melton. Good win. Ja Morant's loving it. He's with all the memes, he's with all the fandom. It's awesome. It's a fan favorite team right now. I'm rooting for the Grizzlies. I really like what they got going on with that roster. Thunder and Nuggets. Jokic scores 35 and the Nuggets 6-point win over Oklahoma City. They only beat Oklahoma City by 6 points. I mean, Oklahoma City put up some sort of fight. I mean, 20 points for Theo Maledon. Darius Bazley could have definitely played better. But looking at the Nuggets, it wasn't just Jokic. I mean, you had 20 points for Aaron Gordon, and he still had his supporting cast. But 35 and 12, it's absolutely amazing. It's a casual night for the future MVP in my eyes. But let's move on to Rockets and Blazers. Didn't they just play? I guess they have a series going on. Sengun scores 27 as the Rockets beat the Trailblazers yet again. They got their 20th win of the season through fucking 70 games. So, yeah, whatever. Take with that as you will. Rockets played damn good tonight, though. Jalen Green had 25, 10 and 11 for Kevin Porter, and again, 27 for Sengun off the bench. I didn't know he shot threes. He shot 50% from 3 tonight, and overall from the field, he shot 5 for 8. So that's pretty fantastic. Looking at the Blazers, you had 14 and 16 for Drew Eubanks, 15 and 10 for Watford. CJ Ellaby definitely had a slow night, and that's what I'm going to attribute that to. And yeah, I'm just going to end the video off here. That's going to do it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, it's been GZTV giving you guys the nightly NBA content all the way till the end of the season. I'm not sure what I'm going to cover after this, but yeah, I got to get some